Bonjour, mes amis. Welcome, everyone, to the literary analysis run of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I am very excited about this run. I played the game for my first time about 5 months ago, and the game has lingered in my brain ever since, both actively and on the back burner. As such, I decided that even though I played the game previously on stream, that was a first play, and I would like to do a new game and do an analysis run of the game now that I have, absorbed some more content on it, read and researched a lot of analysis, watched other playthroughs, had some really wonderful conversations with other wonderful streamers, gamers, literary minds about Clair Obscur. So that brings us to today. For those of you that are watching this live, and this will be reiterated in the chat, this is a spoiler-free run. So please avoid making any spoilers in the chat. The mods will delete them as soon as they see them. And repeated violations of this will cause you to get banned. We want to keep this fresh for both people in chat who haven't played the game and anybody who's going to be watching this, cough cough, students who haven't played the game either and are going to be watching this as part of their assignment for class, potentially. Some of them will probably play the game. Others of them who are not able to will be watching this VOD. So I want to keep this completely spoiler-free for them. Some other notes. This will be on New Game Plus. I am going to be extremely OP with all of my character skills and weapons and stuff maxed out. I am not trying to get good this run. I am literally just trying to get through the story, analyze the characters, and do some light analysis of the mechanics. For the most part, we will be weaving and winding through most of the enemies in various areas, and only fighting bosses. And when we fight bosses, a lot of them are probably going to get one shot. For narrative purposes, some of the more major bosses, I will try to play it less OP so that you can get the full experience of what that encounter looks like. But for the most part, expect that we are going to be skipping a lot of the minor combat and sticking just to the primary and narrative combat engagements as they happen in the game. Okay, NT, it's safe.
If you're gonna give someone flowers, you should probably do it before they wither and die.
What, the flower? Or Sophie?
Ooh, dark. Sophie would approve. Hey, you said it, not me. The others are waiting for you. You're supposed to be helping with the festival.
With what? Putting up 3 tables? They'll manage.
You underestimate Lumiere's enthusiasm for the expedition. There's at least 5 tables.
Marvelous.
Have you tried throwing with your other arm instead? If you could hit the paintress directly, that would actually be useful.
You know, hobbies don't always have to be useful. I'm enjoying the uselessness of today and readying my usefulness for tomorrow. And soon, we'll get to do a lot more than throw rocks.
That's what all the other expeditions said.
Hey, you know they gave their lives to lay the trail for us, right?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Yeah.
You still got a flower to give, no?
Yes. Just... I'm not sure how to start. After 4 years apart, what do I say to her on the day of her gamache?
You're asking me? I don't know. Sun's about to set, so be direct. Hey, Soph, been a while. Could we...
Okay, first things first. Voice is at 100. I don't want to turn it up too loud. I'll bump it a little bit. Actually, what I can do, I can bump high, and I can turn my volume down if I need to. Gameplay restory. Yeah, tutorials enabled. No, it's fair. It's totally fair, Baka. Okay. First thing that I want to point out, and what I always advise of as a writer or as a storyteller of any kind. The best stories are the ones that demonstrate the conflict, demonstrate whatever the elephant in the room is without directly telling you what it is. Because it's a more natural experience. You're not going to come into this world and immediately have these characters about talking about things and the state of their world and whatever this expedition and such is out of turn, because it's not natural. It's not the way that people talk. The best stories are the ones that don't explain these things to you outright. They demonstrate them to you. So we're seeing a demonstration right off the rip here. And the other thing that I'll point out is how setting can also be used to convey story without much in the way of spoilers. This sort of greenhouse area where we're standing is gorgeous. It's full of flowers. Oh, that's really interesting. My new game plus my L and my story in my L are right there. That's so funny. You have, excuse me, this gorgeous green room area with lots of color, lots of light, lots of people. But you look out into this expanse and you look into the sky, and there's so much here that tells you we are in a place that is not normal. Things here are not happening the way that they are intended to. It looks like a world that's frozen in time in some respects. You have floating buildings, you have floating massive shards of rock that are just seemingly suspended in space. You have this lighthouse here that's veered very unnaturally. And you have a fog-covered horizon which you can't see what's on the other side other than this strange numbered monolith. We're getting a lot of setup here for literally just the first, 5 minutes of the game. A lot is being expressed to you here strictly through setting and strictly through dialogue. A flower for Sophie. Take it. We have a flower. This is gonna be so... Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I gotta remember not to do that then.
Alright, let's go. I'll accompany you there. Are you ready to see her again?
Yeah. Been ready.
I set up these grapple shortcuts. Nice, huh? Don't tell your sister, though. I sort of borrowed the hooks from the Expedition Academy. Come on, Gustav, speed up a bit. Sophie will have already gamaged by the time you've arrived.
My head.
Can't believe Sophie already turned 33. She looks so much younger than you.
Thanks.
She's popular. I'm sure she already has a necklace full of flowers.
I can imagine. What?
You look tense.
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you need. A little jewel.
No.
Come on, it'll loosen you up. You can't go and see Sophie all somber and tense. And if you win, I'll give you something you can use with your Lumina converter.
All right, you're on.
Yes!
Alright, here's what I will say about the dialogue. Or, not about the dialogue, about combat. Since we're only going to be in combat for half a second. And he's very strong. So I'm going to skip his turns. We'll go to my L. I was late!
No shame losing to a superior fighter.
So, unlike most other turn-based games, there is a level of fluidity that happens in the combat here. You take your turns, but you're also not inactive in the times when it's not your turn. You are expected to dodge, to parry, do all of these sorts of things. See if I can actually get one. Nope. Haha!
Hope your Lumina converter works better than your jewelry.
So, you see the way that you see the myself. The combat is its own sort of performance. And the sense that we're getting of this world so far is that it's very performative. Art, and it is really how this world conveys itself, the way that the art is depicted, the way it is both beautiful and in a sense of decay. And this is also really driven home by the combat that we see here with, that we see in-game. You have these beautiful, like, elaborate dodges and parries and attacks that can happen. I will do an attack here that's probably going to just immediately kill her, but... Oh no, it doesn't. That's good. Oh, we can overcharge now.
Well, those will come off.
Boom.
You won. Now, don't you feel better? I see your smile. All right, now, let's go find Sophie. I saw her near the red and white tree.
Yeah.
All right.
The plaza is lively. Why people like to celebrate the gommage is still a mystery to me, but oh well. The red and white tree. I've always found it beautiful. I don't really understand. You and Sophie broke up so long ago, but clearly you never got over her.
So
Why'd you wait until today to say something? It's a bit late, isn't it?
Gustav and Mael represent two very polar opposite reactions to the state of the world that they live in. Gustav is very reserved. He's very pragmatic. He's very in tune with the way that their world works. Mael is much more resistant to the state of the world as it is. She has a lot more questions. A lot of this can be attributed to the fact that she's younger. We can tell just by looking at her and the way that these two characters engage. But she has a little bit more of a rebellious streak. Why do we celebrate this event, which what little we know of it doesn't seem like it's a very good thing. And Gustav has reasons for being part of this ceremony, this routine, this ritual that normalizes something that in every respect is not a normal thing.
Sophie's down there.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck. I'll be here for you if things don't go as planned.
Thanks.
The last few days meant everything.
Can we talk?
Gustav, I love you all.
That's for your, Ibla's room.
There's always room.
You know,
I
I'm
missed you.
sorry that
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
I
You
missed
don't need to. Okay.
You go.
No, you.
You know how I feel. I wish things had been. You know, I often think another path, you know, another future.
Still can't finish your sentences, can you?
Yep, that hasn't changed.
I missed that. I never faulted you for wanting to believe. You're fighting to change things. I understand, just in a different world, right?
We'll break the cycle, so she can't steal anyone else's future.
Stubborn people change the world, and you are the most stubborn person I know. Thank you. walk me to the harbor?
Yes.
I think the emotional tone we're getting here is really important. Everyone speaks as if whatever is happening is inevitable. There is an inevitability to the way people speak and the way that they behave. Tomorrow is already decided. But strangely not a sense of hopelessness. Despite something that appears to be very hopeless. That brief moment where we saw the child stare at Sophie and sort of, bow his head respectfully to her. The way that Sophie was engaged with those other people implies that these goodbyes are not short-term goodbyes. This is something substantial. She is about to be gamaged. We don't know what that is yet, unless you speak French. But it seems like something very inevitable, something that is very certain. And the air of impending doom in a world that is so beautiful and radiant is strange. It's off-putting, and it's designed that way. It's designed to force you to keep asking questions. Like, why are we doing this? And another thing to point out is the color palette here. I wish Spin was here to provide some insight into colors, but it doesn't seem like it's an accident that the color scheme here is red and white. And even Sophie is wearing red and white. The roses they use here, red is a very loud color. It's also usually symbolic of not good things. Whereas white is a sense of purity and renewal. So many flowers left. I guess there are not enough people to wear them anymore. Okay, more questions that come for the player. What does that mean? Where is everybody? Why do we have so many flowers?
Oh, hi, Sophie. So Gustav really did come, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I knew he would.
Has everybody already left?
Yeah. Everybody's heading to the harbor. Sophie.
Looks like you still have a lot of flowers left.
Well, there are less and less people to buy them. I just wish you didn't have to wear one.
Tiffany.
I should finish cleaning up here and join everyone at the harbor. See you.
See you.
Grief is pervasive.
I can't imagine what you're going through.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've lived 33 good years. Look around. We've had our whole lives to prepare. We're all fine. Mostly.
I'm not fine.
You will be.
I've lived 33 good years. We've had our whole lives to prepare. I think there's an assumption that can be made there. I'm also going to just go ahead and, clarify I'm not going to talk to everybody. I'm going to talk to some of the main folks. People have gathered here on their way to the harbor, reuniting one last time.
Oh, Sophie.
Marie.
Your flowers. I didn't know about. I thought you were younger. And yet you didn't have children.
I'm not having this conversation with you again. Not today.
Do you care so little about the future of Lumiere? How can you be so selfish?
I hate you so much, Marie.
I'm not selfish enough to bring others into our doomed world. I know we are not many to think like this now. And it destroyed my relationship with the person I loved the most. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to spend this moment with him. And you should cherish this moment with your daughter.
Sorry. See you at the harbor.
Good luck, Mary.
Oh dear. That is such a tough moral question. If you know you have an expiration date, which we can imply at this point in the narrative, because of the way that Sophie has talked about herself and has talked about her age and the exchange that she just had with Marie. I didn't realize that you were this age. You never had children. Doomed world. While these are two viewpoints that I can understand and sympathize with, wanting to have children to try to preserve the future, and also not wanting to have children to bring them into a world that you perceive already as doomed, both actually represent some level of hopelessness. Represent some level of despair. These choices don't come strictly from themselves. They come from a sense of responsibility based on the world that they live in. And it's enough to empower people like Marie to have very strong opinions for people like Sophie, which isn't fair. I think you can make an argument for both cases, but also we know that this little child here is about to not have a mom. And it's hard for me to really understand and sympathize with her viewpoint, knowing what this poor child is going to have to endure. Anywho, moving right along.
My gestural costume is the best. Hey, madame, do you think the gestrels really exist?
Of course they do.
That's what I think too. The others laugh, but I know they're real. One day, I will meet one, even if it means joining an expedition. I'll raise a gestral army and we'll crush the paintress.
Okay, we have a name for our ominous entity, the paintress.
And me and my little brother will live with the gestrels, and they'll be our new family. We're tired of the orphanage.
See all this story that we get without being told
If the legends
directly?
are true, they really like to fight. And that's why I'm training every day by beating up my little brother.
No, I don't need an excuse to beat up my brother, personally.
Yeah, you would make a great gestural.
Thanks.
Oh, Sophie. What a lovely smell.
Thank you, Richard.
I could recognize it from miles away. It's good you're here, Sophie. I have a favor to ask of you.
Anything for my beloved sewing teacher?
We are of the same cohort. Today is my gommage. And my son and I had a fight last night. He said he wants to join the expedition. He wants to waste the last year of his life. I didn't want that for him. I used to think it was a bad choice. Today, I no longer do. I know I made a mistake. I tried to impose my views on him when he is much braver than I will ever be. So I sewed a special uniform for him. That's my last gift. Could you bring it to him?
Of course. I'll bring it to Jules.
He won't join the Gamage ceremony, but he will be at the Expedition Festival tonight for sure. Oh, but you...
Don't worry. I'll ask Gustav.
Gustav, are you back together?
For this moment. Maybe.
I'm glad. He's a good person.
Yes. He is.
Thanks to both of you. And see you.
Phew.
See you.
You're trying to recruit for future expeditions. The number of people volunteering is going down every year. Meh. You will move right along.
Hi, Gustav. You're back. Oh, did you want to pick out a different flower?
No, the one you suggested earlier was perfect.
Oh, I'm glad. These garlands are our last farewell. I want them all to feel special. I have a garland saved for you too. But it's not a farewell garland. It will be a welcome home garland. Good luck, my friend.
Thanks, Ophelia.
So we know that Gustav is part of some sort of resistance to this inevitable Gamage event that is going to be happening.
Oh, Luna's playing. You two would make a cute couple.
If you say so.
Or maybe something already happened, huh?
Excuse me.
Sometimes I feel sorry for her.
Who? The paintress?
Look at her. She looks sad. Maybe she's a prisoner too. Stuck in the same cycle with us. Silly, huh?
Only you could choose empathy at a moment like this.
It's one of the few choices I can make.
I couldn't do it.
It's okay. You don't have to.
Empathy is a choice when you don't have a choice. I tell you, that's braver than me. Oh yeah, I forgot to do this last time.
This lady truly is exquisite.
In love?
Not quite. I am only in love with her art. My inspiration has been quite lacking recently. Nobody buys paintings anymore. Just because she is called the paintress doesn't mean painting is evil.
Your canvas seems quite empty.
I need inspiration. But you, I can see you're in love. With this fine gentleman, I suppose.
We broke up.
That is of no consequence in matters of love. But it is this passion I so fiercely desire in my painting. I know. How about showing me a dance of love and sorrow?
This is going back to what we were talking about.
I am also
With choreography.
the official painter of the opera. Will you help me? If you inspire me, you may become the main painting of Lumiere's opera. Fantastic. You may start. Here, gorgeous lady, take this paintbrush and show me your wrath.
Okay, I guess.
Come on, dodge your lady's beautiful moves.
Oops,
Come
missed that
on,
last one.
dodge your lady's beautiful moves. That was splendid. One more time. Sublime. One last time. That was splendid. Splendid. I was so enthralled that I completed the painting in an instant.
It's nice. to know something of us will remain in the world after today. Thank you.
It is I who should thank you. It was a moving dance. I will propose it for the new opera painting we have to do this year.
I feel it wasn't that impressive, but okay.
Love will always be impressive. Also, take this as a gesture of appreciation. I see your not boyfriend is an expeditioner. It may prove useful.
One more thing I forgot to do.
Not everyone attends the Living Wake or goes to the harbour for the gommage. Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
For anyone who's wondering, this will be cut from the VOD. I just wanted to make sure I get this picked up.
Come on, you've been listening for too long now. Made things more exciting at first, but now it's awkward. I'll give you this and you leave, okay? Just go do it together.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
Oh, Mael.
I didn't know that one. Yeah, I didn't until much later.
I'm volunteering to help guide children who are losing their parents to the orphanage. Those who weren't registered for foster families.
How kind of you.
I guess I can relate.
Take care during the expedition. Gustav told me a lot of wonderful things about you.
About you too. I always told him you two should never have broken up.
Look at these orphans. That's where we disagreed. But I have hope that you and Gustav will change things, so no one has to go through this impossible choice again.
Yeah. Let's hope we will.
See you.
In the next life.
Hello? Gustav, help!
Charges 4.
That was close.
No, it wasn't, Sophie.
Thanks, Gustav. Did someone build this? There's something on its body.
Lumia. I hate the mimes. Yeah, the mimes suck.
I've always loved the harbour.
Sophie and Gustav move towards the harbor.
I see you're apprentices.
Oh.
Gustav!
What?
Here, Sophie asked us to bring you your coat.
We sewed up the sleeves so you don't have to keep rolling it up.
You guys know how to sew?
Sophie helped us. Turns out it's not that hard. You really should have done this ages ago.
You did this?
Gentlemen, that was supposed to be between us, yeah? I wanted to do something for you.
Soph. Thanks, guys. This is great. Thank you.
See you at the festival?
Don't leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, of course not.
Look at the way his smile drops off in that moment
What?
as the
I
kids
know that
leave.
face.
And welcome in, new follower. We have anonymous follows here.
I can tell.
Feel free to say hello if you'd like,
Yeah,
or continue to
mean a
lurk.
lot to me too. Legacy can take many forms, right?
Yeah.
You told me that.
Right.
Why?
I wanted to see you wearing it.
Welcome in.
Oh, you like uniforms now?
This too is your legacy.
In a way. It's yours too.
Le noir, ton arrière-fouet.
I'm here.
We saw Gustav in this last moment fall down to his knee, head down, obviously in despair. Directly across from him, the paintress in this same head down pose of seeming despair. Whenever I talk about symbolism in this game, or really anywhere, I'm speaking from my interpretation of a scene or a moment. It may not be yours, and I open discourse to that. But what I take away from this scene is that this gamage that just happened has created profound grief for both of them. The gamage is not something that the paintress enjoys or seems to take pleasure in the same way that it absolutely destroys the people who are the Lumerians who are left in the wake of the gamage. They referred to it as a living wake. And we know now that the gamage means this Thanos snap of all the people who are the age or older on that monolith. So everyone who is 33 or older is now no more. Gamage means erase in French, as I have learned. And I think it's important to point out the way that the Lumerians have taken the gamage and turned it into an event. They have taken this horrible death, mass murder, essentially, of people, this mass death of people, this inevitable destruction, and turned it into an event of to honor and revere the people being gamaged, and to reignite hope for the breaking of this cycle, which we will learn more about in a few minutes. But for all of the pomp and circumstance and celebration and event planning and festivaling and, you know, this gathering of people, for all these things that happen, the ultimate gamage of these people brings us back to what this really is. A profound and anticipated grief. The people of Lumiere are accustomed to grief in a very different way than you or I would be. They have expiration dates. They know when they are going to die. And the only control that they have of this situation is to turn it into a farewell, a positive sort of farewell, a chance to celebrate and be with loved ones, wear flowers in acknowledgement, and to choose the way in which they will react to their inevitable gamage. There's an old saying, you won't always have control over what happens, but you'll always have control over how you react. And Sophie, I think, was the best depiction of that. She chose to go with grace, she chose to go with compassion, and she chose to go with empathy, without giving up hope that even without her influence and her dreams for Gustav and the rest of the expedition can be realized. This is also a very clear reframing of the hero archetype. We're very familiar in video games with the idea of, especially in video games, but in a lot of media, that the hero is someone who is destined to do the thing. But this is a full reframing of that hero archetype. Gustav is not a chosen one. He is a man who has 1 year left to live. He is a man who is trying to break an unbreakable cycle. We're accustomed to protagonists like, chosen ones like Link, like Luke Skywalker, like King Arthur. These characters, these heroes, Odysseus also comes to mind, these characters that have some sort of divine or otherworldly destiny to do the thing that they are supposed to do. Gustav is doing the thing because he wants to live, and he wants Lumiere to live, and that's it. And he's using the limited tools at his disposal and odds that are seemingly stacked against him. Nothing sets him apart from anyone else in Lumiere at this point, other than the fact that he is going to do the same thing that so many others we're told have done and have not been successful at doing. And there's a weight to that we are in the shoes of a character who is about to face insurmountable odds and has no weight behind him in the sense of he is a chosen one with a very special destiny that is going to indicate his success. We have nothing to lead us to believe that. So, a lot to take away here from, that farewell with Sophie, and then this final moment here of falling into despair in front of the paintress, who also appears to be deeply in despair. Dice, hello, good to see you. Oh, did that come out already?
There you are. You can't hide from us, Like I said, mourning's best done with friends. What? It is. Grieving alone's the worst.
Where's mine?
Santé, les amis.
Santé.
Yeah, no, could use a drink.
Five tables this year. You see that? Told you we'd beat the 34s. Even my Elle showed up, and she hates these things. Wanna go take a look?
I don't... Maybe later. I'll catch up. I'm okay. I'm okay. You go.
Yeah. Time for a refill anyway.
There's an excess of wine, again. Thank your sister for her generosity.
Oh, and try to enjoy yourself. Don't drink alone, you weirdo.
Yeah, right. Enjoy myself.
It kind of goes back to what I'm saying. You know, we've just experienced something really traumatic for the people of Lumiere, and to try to reclaim some of their agency, they've turned this into a celebration. A festival of this expedition that's about to depart to try to reclaim and break the cycle, you know, that they have
Let's
lost.
at least check on Mael and my apprentices.
I'm not going to talk to these people. Just going to do a couple of things.
Just the man I wanted to see.
You want a rematch, don't you?
Well, it's my last chance, isn't it?
After tomorrow, you'll be the undisputed expert on expedition history.
That's tomorrow. What about today?
Who am I to deny you? Fire away.
How many years ago was the fracture?
You're kidding. This is your question.
Yes. When did our world break apart and our luminous city get thrown into the middle of the ocean? When was the fracture?
Good to see you, though, Dice.
100 years ago.
Really, Gustav? I gave you such an easy question.
Oh, that's right. I was
Try
wrong.
again.
Whoops. Oops.
How many?
You're kidding.
Yes.
67 years ago.
Brilliant. I concede.
What are you talking about? Every child knows this. The monolith's essentially a reverse calendar, counting down since the fracture happened in year 100.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
All right, fine. Another one then. Which was the first expedition to depart for the continent?
Expedition Zero.
Expedition Zero.
Correct. That still annoys me. They left in year 100. They should be called Expedition 100. Makes no sense. Lumiere will be long gone before the monolith hits zero. All right, last one. Get it right and maybe I'll give you a token. What is Illumina?
Abilities you internalize by using a Pictos in battle after enough times.
Well done, well done.
Not really. I mean, I created the Lumina converter, so...
I hereby officially end our feud. With your departure, Lumiere loses a brilliant light. And
you big softy.
Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to click that fast.
All right. Here's a token. Go and spend it on something.
Hello there, Gustav. Perhaps
Colette, you've been holding out on us.
Relics from before the fracture, passed down through the generations. The council deemed them trinkets, but I think otherwise.
That's kind of you to share.
I may not be able to join the expedition, but I'd still like to help. One token is all I ask.
Ah, I should have known.
Oh, I have a lot of tokens.
Yes, I'm curious. Here's a token.
Take good care of it. Godspeed.
All right.
Wow, so many expeditioners. So cool.
Gustav gives Jules the uniform that his father made for him.
That's... You made that overnight? Dad. Damn. Now I feel stupid for fighting with him. Oh, Dad. You take it.
What?
I'm not sure I'll ever use it. Maybe I'll go blind like my father, or maybe another expedition will succeed. I want to support the expedition now. Take it. It may be useful to you. It's okay. I don't need the uniform to know my dad's with me.
Thanks.
Aw, that's so cute. All right, let's go fight Mael again.
I knew I'd find you here. Having second thoughts about the expedition?
Please. I'm more ready to go than you are.
Mael definitely represents more of a, like the typical traits you find in a protagonist who is itching for a change. She's already indicated numerous times that she's so ready to leave Lumiere and, go on this expedition. And it leads one to wonder why.
Yeah, I know. Look, I know we've been over this, but as your guardian, I need to say this one more time. The rest of us only have a year left, but you've got 9 good years before your gamage. You don't need to leave yet. It's a lot to risk.
1 year out there is better than 9 years in here.
I know you think that, but it's...
If anyone should stay, it's you. You have friends and family who want you here.
So do you.
No, I don't.
There it is. There's always a catalyst. One of the most common catalysts is the feeling of being an outsider, an outcast. Maëlle feels different from the rest of the people in Lumiere. She has no stake in Lumiere outside of Gustav and his immediate family. So the expedition feels like a natural thing for her to want to do.
Emma thinks of you as family.
Lumiere is not my home. Not the way it is for you.
There it is.
Besides, this way I can keep an eye on you for Emma.
Right. Because she needs eyes everywhere.
Shush. You're lucky you have a sister who cares.
Doubly lucky, since now I have 2.
Alright, enough chit-chat. Come on, old man, let's have a duel.
Old man?
You're pretty much the oldest man in Lumiere now, no? Come on. This time, I'm not messing around.
Sure. I'll kick your ass again, I don't mind.
With me. Not bad for the oldest man in Lumiere, eh?
Congratulations, you beat a teenager. Take this token as your well-deserved prize. Don't get too drunk tonight, okay?
Where are my scallywag apprentices? I promised to find them at the festival.
Ah, here they are.
Gustav, we got something for you.
For your field notes. So, when you come back, you can tell us everything.
They'll definitely want that for the museum. The complete record of the expedition that destroyed the Paintress.
Oh, and if you find journals from the other expeditions, make sure you save them for us.
I shall faithfully record all our adventures, every strange and wondrous thing.
And Nevrons.
I can do that. And in return, do you solemnly promise to take care of the shield dome while I'm gone? I'm entrusting you with the safety of Lumiere.
I promise.
Promise.
Adrien?
I'll use everything you taught us, Monsieur G.
Oh hey, Gustav, your sister's here.
Yeah, I have to go talk to her. Take care of each other. My darling sister has arrived. She'll kill me if I don't say goodbye. The Chief Counselor honors us with her presence. What? Still mad I'm going?
This is the definition of fool's quest. My brother's not usually a fool.
I've heard you say otherwise.
You and I both know the political complexities that necessitate the expedition. It's vital for morale, but it's a bloodless guillotine is what it is.
Yes.
You should put that in your speech. Very motivating. They might just find a guillotine for you too.
big thing to highlight. This society doesn't just send a chosen hero to go on these expeditions. We're watching Expedition 33, and we just learned from our previous conversation that 67 previous expeditions have gone before this, and all of them have failed. And yet here we are at this festival with people once again hanging on to the hope that Expedition 33, surely this is the one. And Emma has basically just told us that hope is a commodity that Lumiere simply does not have without the expeditions. She concedes that they are literally sending these expeditioners to die in order to keep the rest of the people motivated and to maintain hope, and to maintain society running, to preserve order and avoid chaos. That's literally what the expeditions represent. It's along the line. It's basically sending a sacrifice up into a fucking volcano with the hope of appeasing the gods. It's a yearly sacrificial lamb that they send onto to the monolith, and every year it fails. Gustav's response, being as hopeful as it is surprising considering this circumstance. Emma is clearly the logical one of the two. She recognizes what the expeditions represent from a political standpoint. Gustav understands what it represents from an emotional standpoint. There's a lot riding on them. But he takes that seriously in a way that Emma does not. So I guess the challenge question I pose, not so much a question, but the thought exercise. You know, imagine growing up in a world where every year your city sends people off on a mission with sends them off to almost certain death, because the alternative, which is accepting the gamage, feels worse. Also true. Welcome in, American Joe. They do this because accepting the gamage is unacceptable. People are resilient. They're scrappy. And by instinct, they want to live. The people of Lumiere want to live. That's why there are people that go on these expeditions despite knowing the odds.
There are so many things you can contribute to here in Lumiere that'll have a real
Agreed,
impact.
Wilds.
Em, you're doing great work, really. Getting things ready for the last generation. You've got it well in hand here. Let me do my part, out there, and win us a chance to live.
We're never going to see each other again.
She has no faith, and he has all the faith in the world.
You're so busy anyway. I barely see you.
Just take care of Maëlle, okay? Can't believe you're letting her go with you.
Me? You're her guardian too. You stop her.
We're her guardians, not her jailers. She really wants off this island.
Don't you have a speech to give?
You mean the one you so kindly wrote for me?
Just suggestions. I thought it might help you understand.
I do. Understand? I just... Anyway. Yeah, time for my speech.
Yeah. JS, give your speech, girl.
Expeditioners. The Sword of Lumiere. We honor your dedication. We do not take for granted that you dedicate your final year of life to keeping hope alive for all of Lumiere. Some of you are leaving to change the world. Others to discover the secrets of our universe. Some to protect loved ones. Others to find meaning in our all-too-short lives. As you sail into the unknown, know that Lumiere stands with you. When you battle the Paintress, know that Lumiere fights with you. Let the stones of her monolith crumble. Let her body lie at the end of the world. Unable to paint another death, let the stars no longer be hidden by her oppressive silhouette. Let the world once again watch the sun rise without the shadow of her cursed figure. May the wind of renewal take you to the ends of the earth. Tomorrow comes. Thanks to you. Expedition 33.
Get ready. You're old. How did you survive the Gommage? Which expedition are you from?
Fall back! We need to go! He's not following. Putain! What the fuck? Who the fuck was that?
Merde!
What do we do now?
Regroup at the rally point. The Indigo Tree.
Come on! Move! Fucking snap out!
Well, lot to unpack here. Merciless indeed. And probably for the first, what we know of this world so far, there's nobody in Lumiere older than 32. Suddenly we see a man who looks well into his 60s, 50s or 60s. But what resonates with me in that scene, in that moment as we're seeing this old man, this white-haired man for the first time, is the cane, the tapping of his cane against the ground. It sounds a lot like a clock, like this tick-tock, like this slow ticking. A very sensory reminder that these expeditioners are literally on the fucking clock. These expeditioners, the vast majority of them, go on this expedition on the last year of their lives before they're going to get gamaged as well. But the presence of this white-haired man and the audio cues we get from that ticking sound is both meant to instill fear and meant to serve as a reminder for what we're doing. We're not lollygagging here. We are on a time crunch. And now we have an enemy that is a very obvious reminder of that. But also, I think it's important to notice that the man's body language. This is not someone who presents themselves as a cackling villain. He's very calm. He's very poised. And actually, his face looks kind of sad. He doesn't look in any way like he's enjoying this thing that he's doing. And that, I think, the fact that we don't know what that is, that he's something else entirely, makes him all the more scary, makes him all the more intimidating. And this whole exchange that we just had is forcing more questions and even less in terms of answers. A great story will introduce mysteries without prematurely explaining them. We are meant to be unsettled and uninformed at this point. And that's likely going to continue. Because when you're full of questions, the motivation as a player is to want to answer those questions. And we're going to be seeing a lot of, one step forward in terms of getting our answers and 2 steps back in terms of, more revelations that are just going to leave us even more confused. Oh, no, you're fine. You didn't know. Welcome in. Yeah, Gustav, buddy, that's a panic attack. You should have some lorazepam. I can share if you want. I feel that adrenaline dump, brother. Hit it again. Alright, oh, I have all my characters here. Let's heal everybody. Shh, wilds, no spoilers. Guy looks like he's pissed that we woke him up from his nap. Agreed. Bye. Yeah, I would definitely say multi-class artificer. Man, this game is gorgeous. Ooh, yeah, it is. Oof. This is what I mean by setting used to convey story. We know everything we need to know about the expeditions right now, here in this moment, in this very small area. Oh yeah, so well. I'm also just going to say trigger warning for suicidal ideations, if that is something that worries some of you or unsettles you. You might want to look away for the next 30 or so seconds.
You do that, we both die. Hey. Fucking hell. Wake up, Gustav.
Lune. The others.
I know. We're the only ones left. You don't get to die.
It's just a matter of time before we're already dead. Look around, look.
This is not a foregone conclusion. When one falls, we continue. Get up. We need to find a safer place. There are Nevrons around.
Lucien.
This is not the place. The Lumina converter seems intact. It's about time we test it in real conditions.
Putain.
We did it, Gustav. Let's see if your invention lives up to its reputation, shall we? It really works. We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Come on. There might be other survivors at the Indigo Tree.
This is not a triumphant battle. Excuse me. This is failure. The expeditioners have landed on the continent and learned immediately that this world is so much more than hostile. It is bent on destroying them from the second that they land. We are with Gustav and Lune after the expedition has essentially fallen apart. Good stories emphasize despair in a lot of different ways. But when a good story wants to emphasize despair, they don't just kill the hero. They kill the hope of success. And for Gustav, that's what we've seen. He has completely lost hope in the span of seconds. The expedition is wiped out. The survivors are separated. He assumes Mael is dead. And he has walked into mountains of expeditioner corpses from over the years. He sees the situation for what it is. He understands the odds now. It's not just a fantasy anymore. And that creates real despair. That creates real tragedy. So it's not a surprise that Gustav's reaction was what it was. Honestly, Lune's reaction to want to continue onward is what's remarkable. We are now in a position where the odds are very clearly stacked against us. And we have to find out, we have to, as players, find a way to navigate that emotionally and mechanically within the game. So, we will do just that for a little bit longer. Oh wait, I don't think I'm supposed to go that way. That was the way I came in. We'll float with Lune. She's more quiet. Yeah, her gliding is awesome. Okay, we've rested. Not interested.
This will be useful.
No, thank you.
Is that a house?
Looks abandoned. The indigo tree is not too far from here. If anyone else made it, they'll regroup there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, same. I would be barefoot forever.
Here we are, huh?
Ugh, gorgeous.
Yeah. The continent. The indigo tree's over there.
Really? What mechanics did you not see? All I did was float. You can float. That's just when you play as Lune. That's all you do is float. Unless I did something else you didn't know. I didn't need to do that.
This will be useful.
That's just what happens when you play as her and she runs. That's just her running. That like you get that early in the game if you put on her sprint mechanic. Like how the other characters. Well, I don't want to flip through them without spoiling, but oh, they make me fight these. Yeah, you've only traveled as Gustav. You can flip between any of the characters. Maybe you just didn't remember going through that in the tutorial. But yeah, that's just her running, her sprinting. You press left trigger to cycle through the characters. And I'm gonna stick as Lune. I didn't. Where is that? Sort of. They sort of do. Named after, that's when the combat air hockey mechanic gets introduced and the game really changes into a 4X. Shut up, Wilds. Good lord.
What have we here?
Great.
Let me go get that mine. I would be terrible at combat air hockey, so color me in, no thanks. Oh, bonjour. Ready to fuck you up. Later, bitch. We got Gustav's baguette outfit. Hooray. Okay. I just wanted the baguette outfit. We can proceed now. Baguette. In a video version. I mean, I am what I am. I cuss in class all the time. They're adults. They'll survive. All right.
Trees.
Something's disrupting the chroma around here. Be careful. Someone came here before and set up these handholds.
Probably Expedition 69.
Nice.
The Climbers Expedition.
Let us thank them for that. Something's wrong with it. Why isn't it attacking us?
Well, it certainly attacked them. An expedition journal. 81. Learn from the ones who came before.
And lay the trail for the ones who come after.
Expedition 81, René. Huge discovery. This is the first Nevron with whom we've been able to communicate. It seems stuck in this cave. Gregoire is, as usual, deeply suspicious, but this could change our entire understanding of Nevrons and the Patrons.
Oh man. Makes me find all the journal entries again? That's lame.
They communicated with a Nevron.
The dead here don't disappear like in Lumiere. Their chroma stays inside their bodies.
On the beach, some did disappear.
He wasn't a Nevron.
Something about the way Nevrons kill seems to affect our chroma.
Perhaps your friend here can enlighten us.
Light. I need light.
It really does speak.
What do you mean, light?
Did you kill these people?
I would never plunge others into darkness. I was painted to bring light.
Painted? By the paintress?
Paintress? Yes. She painted me. Helped me find light. I don't think I ever did that side quest.
If we bring it light, perhaps we can learn more.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
flares.
Survivors.
Hurry!
What have we here?
Well, that will help. We could light something with this.
Oh, wait, I don't want to do this yet. Now that we got that resin, maybe I can take it back to the dude.
This will be useful.
Here you go. Ooh. Gone are the days when I wandered in darkness. Soon I shall shine. Light it. Help me shine. Make me complete. Here you go. Oh, this light. Long have I waited this light. I must join the others. Lead me, mistress. For the future, shrouded in darkness. You have to tell us more. Will please, mistress, capture light. Oh, my light. I caught only a glimpse. The resin must have burnt out. How unfortunate. Though I am unsure now, I can reach her. I felt my mistress guiding me. I could almost hear her. I must have more light to understand what she asks of me. Shine. I need to shine once more.
What did it mean by light? Let's keep an eye out for other Nevrons like this one. We might learn something.
Alright, now back to... This music reminds me of being at church. Oof, rip Leo.
Fuck. It's big. Fall back!
Putain de merde.
I realize I keep forgetting to equip Lune. I'm currently soloing this.
Celebrate later. There'll be others. We should be safe up in the tree.
Yeah. Putain, nobody.
Wait, there's a message on the wall. Took Mile to the weird corals. Head north, look for a door inside a hut.
Maya.
This doesn't make sense. Who would have written this? It sounds like an expeditioner, but everyone knows to sign their messages.
Yeah, but they might have been in a hurry.
I don't know. Doesn't sound like anyone on the team. What if it's a trap? The man on the beach?
It's a lead. Our only lead. Whoever this is knows Mael. We have to go.
No. Not yet. Protocol is to regroup at the rally point and wait 3 days. This message feels off. If it was an expeditioner, they would have stayed here. Everyone knows the protocol.
Right, but they may have been in danger. Maybe this location has been compromised. Things change in the field.
There's a reason.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
There's a reason it's protocol. We designed it to yield the optimal result in the vast majority of situations.
Was our entire team dying part of that optimal result? Look, I'm going after Maya. Protocol also states, never move solo. I'll let you choose which protocol to break.
Both Gustav and Lune are choosing to cope with the situation in vastly different ways. Gustav is operating entirely on desperation and instinct, and Lune is clinging to protocol. Structure gives Lune purpose, and it gives her hope. Gustav bore witness to some really awful things. Presumably so did Lune, but we saw it through the eyes of Gustav. And the only thing right now that gives him hope is Mael, whom he cares very deeply about. With that being his driving factor, logic is going to go out the window. When the priority is to save the person that he cares about the most. Gustav, everyone in Lumiere are people who are very familiar with loss and with grief. But this is a circumstance that Gustav can control in a way that he cannot control the Gamage. So any opportunity to rescue Mael is going to be met head on, regardless of circumstance or protocol. So it's going to put him in conflict with Lune. And internal conflict or conflict between, shared protagonists, I think really helps drive story, because not everybody, in a party is going to agree on everything. And that sort of conflict impacts how characters are going to respond to their environment. Let's make sure Lune is equipped.
So, the message said head north to the weird corals.
And a door in a hut.
Solo Gustav run would have been epic, yeah.
It's been a long day. We should make camp.
I'm fine. Let's keep going.
We won't find Mael if we're dead.
Yep, it is. We'll go a little bit longer, maybe 20 more minutes, and that'll probably be a good stopping point for the evening.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
No, it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit? But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Mael alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the two of us, and I don't want to bring Mael your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face. He must be, what, 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gamage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly! He killed us all so easily. He doesn't need to fake a message. Lucien. Lucien died to save me. And Tristan. Margot, they all... I am not letting Mael die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if. When. We knew not all of us would make it. But we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight. It's just Mael. She's...
Mael swore the same oath.
I know that.
She chose her life. You and I... Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Gustav has lived his life not being able to control anything when it comes to losing people he cares about. Now here on the continent, he at least believes he has some semblance of control. This is not the Gamage. This is not the yearly ritual where people are going to die no matter what you do. These are characters who made the conscious decision to go to the continent, seek out and destroy the Paintress. And it is a risk. It is the risk of dying before your Gamage. And this is likely for many of these characters the first time they are witnessing death outside of that Gamage. Lune reacts by clinging to protocol, clinging to structure. These are things that give her comfort as a character. She is our academic. She is our, she is the team's big brain. Gustav operates on heart, on desperation. He is desperately trying to reassert control on a situation where he has none, but where he believes he can have control. And that is what's propelling this desperation to find Mael. And leading to this sort of despairing thought of, you know, fuck this mission. We've seen how useless it is. I want to go home. And I want to go home with the people I care about. And I want to never be in a situation where I lose control of being able to protect the people I care about. It's all very rooted in Gustav's fear. And Lune is operating outside of that. How and why she's able to do so is not yet revealed to us, because we're, up to this point, we are really just in Gustav's shoes. But just food for thought.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry.
We're in Gustav's shoes because Lune doesn't have any. Brutal. Brutal, Parm.
The main continent. Hard to believe we're finally here.
Yeah.
Good night, Gustav.
Let's do some rutting for the apprentices. Gustav finds a spot where he can be alone. He spends some time writing in his journal. He writes about how dangerous the Nevrons are, but how beautiful the continent is. He hopes that one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those who come after.
Gustav heads back. Go to sleep. 99 to go to sleep. All right. Let's go to SpongeBob Land. This is my favorite biome in the game.
'68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. The storm, at least.
All right, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Mael must be close by.
These things. Right? It's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, lovely.
lovely.
Great.
Wait. Evron. Looks like a different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mael.
Those mines. Be careful.
Over there. A hut.
Slow down. We don't know what's inside yet.
Look. There's a door inside.
Seems empty. Let's go. Someone lives here.
Uh-oh.
Where are we? This is...
Way to be subtle, Gustav.
Mael?
Gustav? Are you real? Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought that you... On the beach, I saw you and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here. With him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced all my pictos.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him. It's quite different from the Nevrons.
Welcome to the party, Mael. Let's make your... Okay, she's equipped. Alright.
How did you find me?
There was a message at the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
A message? Maybe. No. I don't know.
Hello, creepy man. Curator.
Again. We just trained earlier. Alright, alright. But this time I have backup. That was fun, but I think we've had enough training today. You could come with us if you like. If that's a yes, we'll see you at the camp.
The curator has left. Perhaps he will join you at camp. So, some thoughts on the curator. Fascinating. He is introduced to us without context, without any sort of moral alignment, no real explanation. Mael just tells us, I woke up here and this faceless floating dude was here and he's kind of been helping me out. Curator is treating Mael like someone important in that respect. In the very limited time we have spent with him, so far we have only seen him communicate with Mael. And not in a way that we can understand, but a way that she can clearly understand. The curator is essentially ignoring Gustav and Lune. So, to the curator, Mael is somebody important. Even though the story hasn't really framed her in that way yet. We're getting some indication here that Mael is playing a substantial role here on the continent. And a fun fact, so, you know, we know that we're chasing after a paintress and we've just met someone called a curator in a place that looks kind of like an art museum. Well, I mean, it's called the Manor, but it looks like a fancy art museum. Definition of a curator is the person in charge of a museum, art collection, etc. Pretty standard definition, but there is a secondary definition of a curator, and that is a guardian of a minor or any other person who is unable to care for their own affairs, especially with regard to their property. A curator is a type of guardian to a minor, which is a very interesting definition and a very interesting name for this character who we have now found to be guarding over Mael while waiting for Gustav to return. And now, with this expectation that the curator is going to be at our camp and assisting us, or at least Mael, in some way on this journey. Very, That was a very interesting definition that I found, and I think that that will play much more into this story as we proceed. But for now, this is going to be my stopping point. We are going to save here. So, thank you so much for watching part 1 of our playthrough, of our analysis playthrough of Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I hope you're enjoying it. If you have any suggestions or feedback, or you want to argue with some of my subjective analysis of the game, would love to hear it in the comments. But until next time, thank you again for watching, and we will see you in part 2.